Jacksonville today. I am surviving the hurricane. We still don't have power. Power is not here. So I am still here. Delilah did amazing for her first hurricane. She slept most of it. She just kind of stayed next to me and curled up with me for most of the hurricane and everything like that. So we're getting back on track. We have been following the Sebastian Rogers case since February 26th. Well, we started about, I don't know, March 13th. About March, it was like the middle of March when we kind of got a hold of this case. And this case, oh, you know what? Hold on just a second. I need to do one other thing that I forgot to do. So we don't get the loonies. So we don't get the Looney Toonies. There we go. Hope everybody's, hey Melissa, it's nice to see you. Sorry I'm so early this pointer lover. Maggie, it's nice to see you guys. Sheena, good morning. Good morning. I forgot to set my stuff on here. Give me just a second. I don't know why I forget to do this, but it's just, sometimes it's just hard. There we go. We want it on subscriber mode. There we go. If it gets too much, we'll change it. Hope everybody's doing well. I don't know why I just went live without doing all this stuff behind the scenes, because we know we have all this stuff. Good morning, my beautiful people that are up ridiculously early. Sadie, Busy Mama, Janice, it's nice to see you. Amy, don't mind me, it's early. Tina, Sweet Jenna, it's nice to see you. Our beautiful Lisa B, always crazy time. Shining Star, Patty, good morning. Mel B, it's nice to see you. Metal Ass, nice to see you. Samantha, Cheyenne, Lady for Justice, I love that name. Anna, it's nice to see you. Alicia, good morning. Eileen, Blue Velvet, Christina, J-Dog, it's nice to see you. Sorta Morta, it's nice to see you. So I find it comical. This is what I find comical. It's so funny that these creators can bash and trash and just completely drag creators, anybody, parents of missing children, and they're just comfortable with their conduct. It's nice to see you. Rhonda, Kendra, good morning. Stuffers, you're up awfully early. It's nice to see you. Right. But then when the tables turn and things, and it's not, lies like they do, they make up crackpot lies and start distributing them as fact. These are factual information. And of course, what did I say? When it starts coming down their way, what do? They play victim. And so this is going to be one of those times where we hear them again playing victim. First and foremost, Trevor Lee did not have to act the way he did to Seth over his girlfriend Chloe, which is a married woman. And he chose to ruin his reputation for a woman. That is a choice he chose to make. He got upset that Seth fired her, and he went on the attack. That is not usually what Trevor Lee does. I reached out to Trevor Lee. I told him if he continues to act this way, he's going to ruin his own reputation. And if he continues to act this way, I want nothing to do with him. That he needs to get back on the right side of things and work justice and work toward justice for the victim, not his petty BS, to check his petty BS at the door. And he could not do it. Okay? So at the end of the day, Trevor Lee brought this on himself. He was warned. I know that he was warned not to lay in bed with these people. He chose to. He's done his own damage. Now he's laying with the cockroaches and all the cockroach channels, just like everybody else that can't hack it in the real world of social media. The bottom line is he put his neck on the chopping block and it got chopped, and now he's over in the dirty left field channels, okay? I told him this was going to happen to him if he continued down this road. The bottom line, he's made these decisions. He's lied. These are things that I would never think Trevor Lee would ever do, but he did, okay? And he did it for the sake of a girlfriend, a married woman, I want to make sure that that is clear on its face. He went in left field, okay? And he still hasn't been brought back because he's too angry and like many children, can't get over it. There is Jessica. Brandy's watching, right? Her stuff started, and they call it dox. First of all, doxing is not doxing of somebody's lawful legal name. There's no crime against doxing somebody's lawful legal name. Doxing is giving emails and passwords and driver's license and social security cards and all that stuff. That is considered a dox. So these idiots that are uneducated can't even figure out what a dox is, what the true definition of a dox. And it's very simple. You can go to the terms of service of YouTube, and they clearly define it for the idiots in the back. And then, of course, this is a lady that has drugged me for years, has drugged Seth. I ignore her, but I thought it was funny that she's got all this dirt in her background as she drags everybody else that doesn't even come close to the nonsense that she does, the sticky fingers that she has. Nobody likes a thief. And if you're upset about that, then quit stealing. You could have done that years ago, like a decade ago, but you can't for whatever reason. Do you have a drug problem? GW, do you have a drug problem? Because the only time I see people stealing stuff from stores typically have a drug problem. So I'm asking in all fairness, because normal people don't steal. Normal people don't steal. And then it's like, oh my God, the bullying. Oh my God, they're just trying to silence us. Oh, you mean like you and your crew trying to take my channel off YouTube? Aren't you part of that whole network of people where I'm suing the queen of your network because you tried to silence me? Oh, but now it's bullying and harassment. Funny how that happens. Let's listen to these crybabies, shall we? I thought it was comical. I think you guys would get some comedy out of it as well. Let me turn you. Let me get you right. Oh, let's listen to this hot mess express of everybody being, so bullied. These bully channels are now getting a taste of their own medicine, and oh my God, they're losing their ever-loving mind.
No, it's been a while.
Right.
Yeah, it's been a bit now.
So I don't know if everybody realized the extent of everything that's happened from yesterday to today, but Trevor Lee, that happens with Trevor Lee after Trevor Lee's in my chat supporting that, where we know, Nick comes in or whatever. And then this random person who I won't bring attention to.
This is so that like these people are just sitting up here complaining about the stuff that they've given to multiple creators over the last many years. And they just can't handle it without losing their ever-loving mind. If you can't deal with it, quit doing it, you dumbasses.
Goes live last night and starts threatening me and claiming I was threatening them and hindering their search efforts. And he doxes me again. Somebody who's been...
So he gave out personal information? He gave out your email and password? He gave out your driver's license and social security number? Seriously? That's what he did? I've never heard any of that, because that's the definition of a dox, you dum-dum. Like many of the other stories you say on your channel, chica, you're wrong, as always.
Trying to suck up really hard to Nick. But the thing is, these rumors, like we all saw what the 2 a.m. girls exposed, and they were set by Tony to cause infighting and doxing.
I can promise you, Tony does not send anyone. You know what he does? He tries to stop all the drama because he wants Sebastian Rogers found. But I love how you all assume that's what happened. It can't be because you're dirty ass people and people are sick and tired of it and target you because you're dirty ass people. I mean, there is that. Good morning, I am Team Summer. It's nice to see you. Everybody that's coming in, it's nice to see you. Let's listen to the crybabies. They can give it, but they can't take it.
And what has gone on in the past 48 hours is an attempt to cause infighting, doxing, and intimidation. And anybody who's,
intimidation, like I'm going to get punched in my face and I should go to jail? Oh, you mean that kind of intimidation that happened to you? Because I haven't heard that yet. Funny it's okay for Bullhorn Betty, but for you little cupcakes, snowflakes, you can't handle your own nasty and bad behavior. It's awful. Let's
The
keep
reason
going.
I feel I was targeted is because SF's situation played out in my chat with Brittany.
No, SF is a piece of shit, and he's a crackpot attorney or crackpot PI. The man, freaking, what did he do? What is it? Authenticate his time? That's illegal. I'm going to be filing reports in just about everyone demanding that they research and confirm that he did not self-report his own PI work. That you cannot do in Florida.
Which proved that the rumor that Nick said about SF was just not true.
Yes, it is.
And then the person, I was over in Steven's chat, and I guess Steven's been having a problem with this person. So now all of a sudden, I'm doxed by this.
Oh, another person that constantly lies about everything, including that the law enforcement asked him to help them use his drone so they could catch some human traffickers. Yeah, that guy? Interesting.
This person, and I'm being told that I'm hindering their search efforts and I'm threatening them and all these things that just...
Oh, you mean interjecting bunk information as true that ends up going to law enforcement and Dog's team? You mean those types of leads? The ones where everybody has to stop what they're doing to check it out because you're irresponsible? Got it.
Simply aren't true. So it seems to me they're really amping up, trying to intimidate and threaten everybody and chase us all off one way or another.
No, what they're trying to do is make sure that you start focusing on the facts instead of these crackpot theories that you guys pass off as fact. That's what they're trying to stop. Nobody's trying to stop anybody from speaking about Sebastian Rogers or the details of the case. They're just sick and tired of the lies that are hindering the investigation.
Because what happened to Trevor Lee?
Keeping all the distractions going too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, no, that's your team. That's what you guys are getting paid for. That's what this lady up here is being paid for, right? Pay rage.
Yeah, because it was a while ago that Trevor Lee stopped associating with that person, but who's that person's quote-unquote really good friend on here? Well, respectfully, I think a lot of us can conclude who it is. And who do we recently hear? They're in the one of the not many, chosen ones to be in direct contact with Tony and Seth. I honestly think this was like an orchestrated campaign against us, and it's only going to get worse.
Orchestrated campaign? No, you guys are internet bullies that mess with every single freaking case. You're drama. You're not true crime. You don't got what it takes. You need a freaking education. You need to know what it is to go out there and search for somebody. You need to hold a mother that's lost their child. You need to have some sort of experience instead of criminal experience. Just a little thought.
Worse.
That's what I'm saying. Yep. They're just going to keep doing it until you all shut up talking about stuff.
Yeah.
They care less.
I don't know about that because I think people were madder than fuck yesterday. So in my opinion, I'm just gonna go just me.
Let me just give you a clue. Nobody gives a rat's ass about your uneducated felon opinion.
My opinion, not anybody else's. Not speaking for anybody else, just solely myself. I believe it's not going to ramp up. I think it's gonna ramp the fuck down real quick, because like I said, there was fucking people who were extreme.
Oh, no. You better quit giving misinformation and disinformation. People are about to be sued, lady.
Extremely upset about the doxing and the shit that was going on. And
doxing. Who handed out passwords to their emails? Who gave their driver's license number out? Who gave their... Oh, they only do that to me. That's right. They only put directions to my house. Now, that's doxing, okay? This here of saying somebody's name, Jessica, sang me a song, that's not doxing. That's your lawful legal name. It goes on every application. It goes on every form. It goes on every single piece of paperwork that you legitimately fill out. It's not a crime, dum-dums. Quit passing around mis and disinformation. That is not a dox. You want to sit up here and trash people and you want to hide behind your emoji? People will find out exactly who you are and give you a taste of your own medicine. And that's exactly what happened.
Let me pop this real quick. Hold on.
Okay, I was told that too, Queen, and I hope you're right, to be honest.
No,
mean
I really
like
do. I
that
believe
stem?
in. I'm just in my, and then, like I said, this is just my opinion. It could be, I could be just, you know, the only one feeling this way, the only one thinking this way, maybe, you know, whatever. But again, in my opinion, I think that I think people are pretty fucking sick of shit. So, with that said, after the first screenshot was said, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just read that first one off. Remember the one where he says he's going to
Skip the C&Ds.
Yeah, he's not going to do the C&Ds or whatever that they have. Oh, what the hell? They're not going to send the second round of them out. Is that right? The how I read it? Isn't that
Yeah.
They're going to, I can't find the damn screenshot right now. But anyhow, that's pretty much what he said. So this one right here, let's see, is one that just popped out. And it says, this is from Nick, the hat, the one that's got me blocked. That needs to unblock me.
Nobody's
The search for
unblocking
Sebastian
your
Rogers remains a
freaking
priority, even
stinky
though I
ass.
might not be broadcasting live at the moment. Rest assured, we are actively working to help bring this boy home. There will be an update on ABC2 Nashville today regarding the ongoing efforts to find Sebastian Rogers.
Oh my
So, in
God.
my opinion, I think there's going to be a news.
That's the worst kind of, that's the worst type of message you could ever imagine. Out of all the messages and nastiness that they do, we're going to be probably listening to a bunch of cuss words soon because these people act ignorant.
Thing, and then things are going to slow down quite a bit.
Yeah.
I hope you're right. I hope you're right. But Granny, from what I've been observing, I think you might be onto something also.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, the only ones that can stop this would be the Proudfoots. And I do have faith
Yes,
that they
ma'am.
will.
You mean by lying under oath? You honestly think that they're going to get this to stop by lying? What idiots. You don't get anywhere in a justice system by lying under oath. I can promise you that.
You know, a lot of us became targets because we backed them from the attacks they were receiving.
The last people that saw this boy alive, and you're willingly going to say you backed them. Give me just a second. I got to put my do not disturb on. I had to put my do not disturb on. Why is that up there?
And I know Sebastian is first and foremost, and I would never, ever, ever want anything other. But I do hope.
Oh, but trashing his father that he loved instead of the people that abused him, where their CPS was involved in their household multiple times. Those are the people you're going to back. But you care about Sebastian while trashing the only person that has given a damn about this boy. Got it.
If there was ever a time that they could do something that would benefit all of us in a, you know, appreciative way, it would be stop this, because this isn't right. We didn't deserve this.
It would benefit.
Quit passing around lies. You do deserve it. When you're interfering in an investigation and passing around lies as truth and having people pick up the phone and call those and report those items in, that information in, that's hindering an investigation. They have to stop what they are doing and look into those allegations. That's what you knuckleheads don't understand.
Them, it would benefit us, and it would also set a standing for any families in the future that this shit may happen around again, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It just sucks that they would.
And I find it awfully funny. This is what I find funny, that these people can do this for years. Trash people, bully people, send clowns out to a 20-month-old memorial to clown people because they don't take this stuff seriously. They can do all of that, but somehow putting a stop to it, stop to the shenanigans, stop to this criminal activity that they are conducting. Yes, they are doing. And now they're saying, oh my God, they're trying to silence us. No, we're trying to make sure you understand there's a right way to do things and a wrong way to do things. And they're being splattered all over a national platform for their bullying online and offline. There are constant threats, them inciting their audience to call people and give them threatening messages. Okay? That's harassment. These are criminal chargeable offenses. Dum-dum. This is why I tell you, you always keep saying, why do you go out there? Because the stuff you do online is a felony. You do it in person. It's legal. Okay? That's the law. I can go knock on a door and ask for an interview. I call them more than twice. It could be misconstrued as harassment. It's all about learning and knowing the law. These idiots are criminals that don't know crap about the law other than criminal law with petty shit like stealing and punching people in the face and going after them with tire irons. That's this group of people. And they're trying to say, oh my God, Betty showed her ass. Yes, I did. Literally and figuratively for about 20 years. Well, about 10, 15, something like that.
That they would be in that position that they would have to. None of this shit
Right.
should even be happening.
Their energy, I mean, what little
Yes.
energy I'm sure they have left.
Right.
It's very sad that that little bit of energy has to be focused on all the stupid fuckery from everybody. Well, certain people, not everybody.
Do you guys have a feeling that these people are so unself-aware? For people that always scream people need to be more self-aware? Do they not realize that they keep saying that they don't do trashy stuff, yet here they are doing trashy stuff and complaining about the stuff that they've been doing for 3 years? Enough's enough. Enough is enough. You guys can drag everybody and talk smack about everybody and cuss about everybody and do dirty shit to everybody. But as soon as somebody comes after you lawfully and legally, it's, oh my God, they're trying to silence us. No, they're trying to stop you from doing the criminal conduct. I want to repeat that. They want to stop you from doing the criminal conduct.
All the bullshit that's going on. It's just gross.
Yeah, because, well, you know, first off, I'm not talking solely for the benefit of like me or anybody else
Yeah,
who's
you are.
targeted, but for them as well. They're going on national news.
Right.
It's going to repeat for themselves, for the benefit
Right.
of themselves. I mean, like,
No, for the benefit of Sebastian Rogers, because they bring in national news, and you MFers just got put on a spotlight where the whole national news knows that you guys are liars and bullies, and you like to threaten people behind a keyboard like idiots.
Let's
For
not-
Sebastian's case.
right,
For
like
Sebastian's
overall
case.
integrity, exactly.
Right.
And despite popular belief, me having opinions on Seth as a person based off his words is nothing illegal.
Neither is our opinion of you based off your words, dum-dum. Miss Jessica.
So it's not a matter of like, oh, well, you should have just stuck to the facts or this or that. It doesn't come down to that. You cannot silence somebody for their opinions, and
But you can silence them if they're doing criminal conduct, inciting their audience, and causing mayhem in a criminal investigation.
I've tread very carefully. I mean, the worst thing I've done is make some humiliating thumbnails, but other than that, I tread very carefully. So,
Really? You do? Does anybody believe that? If you believe that, put a 1 in the chat. If you do not believe that, put a 2 in the chat. I'd like to gauge my audience on who believes the horse manure coming out of this woman's mouth. She does nothing but make a little humiliating thumbnails. Like I think I've listened to maybe 5 seconds of a video 2 years ago, and it was so littered with foul mouth and just stupid commentary. Like she has no clue. You hear her and you can tell she's uneducated. Where are your children? You're 35 years old. Clearly you have kids because you've been charged for putting them in danger. Don't you have like mothering things to do? I mean, I'm just asking. Don't you mother, or are your kids taken away from you? I mean, I don't know. These people on these platforms, they're a little disgusting to me. They can worry about somebody else's kids, but not their own.
there's no legal action to be taken, to be honest. But it's just the fact that
Thank
I
you,
think they
Julie.
know that
God
too.
bless you.
Because if anybody really had intent to follow through with legal action, they wouldn't resort to dox them with the intent to intimidate and harass.
You guys received a C&D letter that outlined the code from the federal code to the state code, and you still ain't getting it? You still think it's a joke? Queen, how did that work out for you? I'm just wondering. Did that fare out for you when you took those letters as a joke?
That would have been the next move.
If they were moving forward legally, they wouldn't be talking about it publicly.
If
Right.
they had a legal leg to stand on, they would shut up.
Do these people understand that 2 attorneys came to national TV to let them know how serious they are about this? Do they have any clue that 2 very, very powerful attorneys came to national news to let these yahoos know exactly how serious they are? And they still think it's a joke? This is going to be Queen Bee 2.0. Watch.
And they would do it legally with their facts. And bringing that fact up, I'll say it again, Betty, I challenge you, if you have proof and facts to win this lawsuit, schedule your deposition, please. If
I have several times. I can't wait to put Queen Bee on the stand. That will be epic. She's going to be deposed by me. I'm going to be deposed by her attorney. Wah, wah, wah.
you have a true legal whatever, but that's how these people roll. Like-minded people, what do they use? They use the legal system to shut you up. Schedule that deposition, girl. Little girl.
Well, they tried anyways. Little boat.
I still can't say that.
Little boat. Nick, unblock.
So are you, Queen, are you literally having people intimidate me up on your screen in an active litigation? Interesting. Somebody give me that URL. I'm getting this off of Wars channel.
Little boat.
Little bow. I still can't say it worth a damn. I'm Southern as hell.
Little Bowie.
What do you mean, BHP?
See, I can't even stop with the cussing. Let's go back, listen to what little B she's gonna say.
Still can't say it worth a damn. I'm Southern as hell.
Little Bowie.
What do you mean, BHP did this, Trevor? No. This didn't come from BHP. This came from Brooks.
Yeah, this came from Brooks. This didn't come from BHP. I just, every time any legal stuff comes up that's even...
Oh, so this didn't even come. I just get thrown in the mix. I love that stuff. But hey, they're not bullies. They're not bullies sitting on their platform talking about going through a legal process while they're doing criminal activity like cyberbullying. Okay.
Spoke about with anybody else about facts and any kind of lawsuit or
well, and what does Seth look like going through a fucking lawsuit with his son missing? I mean, come on. He does not have time to be dealing with that.
He doesn't have time to be dealing with your sorry asses. Trust me. After everything you've put him through, at this point, I can guarantee he will go through with a lawsuit. I don't know. These people are so stupid. Like, they got attorneys on national news saying that they are going to sue them, and they still think it's a joke. Like, these people are, you cannot fix the kind of stupidity that these people, like, these are creators here that people want you to listen to and listen to the foolishness coming out of their mouths. Is this who you really want to get your news from? Some people that just don't have a clue? That literally dismiss everything that hits you slap in your face? And you want to listen to their... Do you honestly think they're going to have half of anything right? They don't even have this right. They got attorneys in national news saying we're going to come after you if you don't quit. You could talk about Sebastian, but interfering, like the ignorance, it is mind blowing. It is absolutely mind blowing. We had two attorneys, on national news, 2 different ones saying, bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do when we come for you? And these dumb asses are sitting up here saying, oh, I don't think they're gonna come after us. What the fuck? You cannot make this stuff up. This is like stupid on steroids.
While he's trying to deal with, Sebastian missing.
It's just funny.
Right now, the last thing I'm going to deal with is a fucking lawsuit when I'm looking for my missing child. Oh, fuck, 2.
Exactly. I was thinking the same thing when we're like, the Proudfoot's first concern is obviously Sebastian, right? That investigation, working with the police, everything. But
do they understand the reason why the attorneys are involved is so Seth doesn't have to be? Did they ever think about that? I don't know. Don't forget to hit a thumbs up. Like, this is pretty comical right now.
doesn't seem like, in my opinion, that at this moment, at least, is Seth's first concern, because instead we're getting all of this. We're getting a second round, and quite frankly...
Oh, you mean where was this rhetoric when it was being done to me? Like, how could parents of a missing boy have so much time to be focusing so much on Bullhorn Betty that they file bunk protective orders and have a woman arrested and have time to go to court, but don't have time to take their ass out in the woods and look for their son that they said walked out of the house? Where's the rhetoric for that? Oh my God. But Seth having enough 7 months later? Wow. Wow. Okay.
Frankly, it'd be a third round because Seth already sent out a round, right? So we're talking third round.
Right.
Would be going out. So it makes you wonder, why is that the case? Like, why is that more of a focus?
The grift is real, baby. I'm not saying he has any involvement, but, capitalize on whatever you can, just kind of like, get back at people, aka Katie, get back at your roommate by doing what you did to his pizza. He's a vindictive person. That's just his own word.
And what do they have to base that on? I'm just curious. They've never even talked to this man. They see a few statements and affidavits and base their whole opinion of a person on affidavits that were never even founded by a court of law. These people are idiots.
You know what it shows? It also makes him a bigger victim in the public's eyes because he's the father of, again, this is my opinion, my perspective. He can play the victim card. Oh, my, woe is me, my son is missing.
He can play the victim card. The man is missing his son. I think that the victim card's pretty much in the bag, if you ask me. I don't think it's a card at all. It's kind of funny that the mom and stepdad can't show half the emotion after all of the only time you get a real emotion is when there's no camera in their face. Just a little perspective. A little perspective. Oops.
And people are saying mean things about me. It needs to stop.
Mm-hmm. And then they go on national news and, they're being threatened and, all these things. There's somebody now claiming that as they were searching, they were being shot at.
They were. It was caught on video. And it was Narcotic Diver, as a matter of fact, you dum-dum. There was a serpentine belt. I was threatened to be run over. I had somebody from the family following me. So the threat is real. But you'd have to get out of your basement to have a clue. Actually go out there, actually start searching for Sebastian. You'll see how nasty the family gets. Just saying.
Yeah, ridiculous claims like that are coming out of the woodwork.
What? No, that came out. I know who you're talking about. And he said that when he was first searching. And everybody just was like, where's the receipts of that? We've never seen it. And then everything went quiet. But we're regenerating old stories. We're pulling out old
that's
things.
what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But the only proof we've seen of any threats has come from that team between Tony with the TikTok girls and what they exposed, and then what we're witnessing here right now. And like Rex says, I know, that one particular non-creator states that she just started talking to them this week. Well, I find it ironic that I just suddenly became a target this week too. Like I know how to put 1 and 2 together. And like I said, Trevor Lee was just in my chat supporting me. And I think that's what they're doing. They're just like that. And they're going to
does anybody actually believe that she's just being picked on and, oh, poor GW. Poor GW. Oh, what a victim she is. Oh, she can sit up there for freaking months and just say awful things. Maybe she needs to go back and listen to some of her videos if she really feels that way. Because I've got to say, the language I've heard, the things I've heard, no. We can't play victim at this point, honey. Nope. You need to go back and check yourself. Maybe you don't realize you're doing what you're doing. I don't know. But you are a nasty, nasty woman with a vile mouth. Nobody's going to take you seriously. You have an echo chamber. That's it.
Keep going until, like you said, Queen, hopefully something's come about that. Nick just said he's not going to be going live, right? I mean, that tells me something. Last time he said he was muzzled, implied it was by the Proudfoots, and it was not. So I do believe there are consequences.
People were fucking pissed when.
And that's not true. It absolutely was.
And you started doxing your family, your dad, bringing people into it that have nothing to do with nothing. Like, that shit crossed the line, man. Like, that didn't have nothing to do with nothing. And like I said, nobody spoke about his parents. Nobody has gotten like that. You know what I mean? Nobody's been nasty like that. Nobody's even spoke like
Jesus said nobody's been nasty like that. Okay, well, there's your comedy for the day. We got to get on with other stuff. Thank you, War, for posting that. Thank you, thank you. Oops, I don't know where I'm at. I think I gotta make this smaller. Sorry for you guys having to see the side of my face. So, we've been going through everything from February 26th, because most of us were not involved in the Sebastian Rogers case. And so there's a lot of stuff, obviously, we're not privy to, and we're only left with news articles and news clips and stuff like that. We weren't boots on the ground. And quite frankly, we know that there's a lot of stuff that's cut out of live footage and made into these segments and the interviews and speaking to people and stuff like that. So, hey, Seth, good morning. It's nice to see you. So we went back there, and then we started just walking and just talking about everything that was going on and applying the interviews with everything that has been going on. But at one point, hey, Jen, it's nice to see you. At one point, the interview started being integrated in, and we kind of jumped over a few of the articles and what was going on at the time. Because, quite frankly, it was very noticeable that we know trash areas. We know, we've all seen landfills. They're massive, they're huge. And quite frankly, they were only there, I think, 2 days. I don't even think they were there long enough to get through the necessary layers to look for. I mean, I'm just uncertain how they can go through that much trash in only 2 days. So, what was the purpose of the landfill, and why only 2 days? So, I have questions about that, just FYI. And so we found out that nothing was found in the landfill search allegedly connected to Sebastian Rogers, and people kind of let that die down just a little bit. But then a couple weeks later, there was a fire, some type of container fire. I don't know. It was some type of fire that happened at the landfill in Tennessee and not Kentucky. So those things were going on at the time that we kind of glossed over. We knew that they were in the landfill. So let me just turn this around. We're going to read this together. This is the Daily Mail. This happened. I can't remember which date this was. This was March 12th. It was updated March 12th. So this is the father missing autistic boy Sebastian Rogers reveals search dogs picked up a scent to a construction site, but mysteriously vanished as search enters its third week. So, however, we have learned many times that that scent was not Sebastian's, but it's clear that a scent was picked up. How can the scent not be Sebastian's when they were looking for Sebastian's and they were following it? I'm unsure, but that's what they said. But do we believe them? That is the question. All our love. Oh, thank you. Victoria, Australia. It's nice to see you, Rod. Thank you. I read somewhere, and it may be wrong, but said they searched the landfill for SD cards and camera and stuff. Yeah, but I was wondering who, because I like to source it back. Where did that come from? Or did somebody just was on a live and said, you know, maybe they're looking for it, and then somebody said they are looking for it, and next thing you know, it's SD cards and stuff. But would 2 days be adequate time to search for something that small and that big of a garbage mound? I mean, going back to Quentin Simon, it took weeks. Things get very shady in Tennessee at times. Yeah. Oh, I agree. Mom, brother, son watching with me. Oh, well, it's nice to see you all the way in Victoria. Nice to see you. Good morning, Karen. It's nice to see you as well. I know I'm late. I don't watch Don B, but can someone tell me what happened there? Jenna, I don't know. It was weird because I saw something about harassment. Like, I think somebody sent me, because people send me emails, and they told me to look at this, and apparently Don B was talking about they know who's harassing them or have an idea who's harassing them. And I thought he was talking about like the other people that have been going out there and being harassed. I did not know it was him personally. And then I kind of got wind it was him personally. And then he said there was a car in connection. And I heard he had just went out there. Did somebody follow him back home? Does anybody know what happened? I don't know. I really don't. I'm confused as well, Jenna. So definitely don't want to say that that's a fact. I always hit the wrong button. I really don't know. It's a good possibility, though. I'm still not convinced that Sebastian actually made it home from the roadhouse. You know, a lot of people have that same opinion. Mine is he did, because his shoes were there, and allegedly the jeans that he was seen were home. That would imply at least he changed clothes. But, you know, I don't know. I've been telling them about the case. My son asked every day if he's been found yet. It's 9:27 p.m. here. Aw, yeah. That was a sorry looking search. That's it right there. It didn't seem like to me doesn't seem it could have been a thorough search. And I'm just wondering why, because is it resources? Is it something like that? Like, why? I don't know. I get frustrated. So let's just keep going. So we're on the 12th. In the Dutchess interview was the 17th. So I'm just trying to get us back up to where we were with the Dutchess interview. And there are several things going on here. It has now been a little over 2 weeks since 15-year-old Sebastian Wayne Rogers disappeared from his home in Hendersonville with still no signs of the missing teen. We have to remember that at this time, they had already gone through a lot of footage as well. And he hasn't been seen on any of that. And so they reiterated that he hasn't been seen, and the fact that the dog scent wasn't his. Someone said cars connected to the Lutheran church. And you remember CP said, look at the church. I don't know if he said look at the church. There was something he did say about a church, but I don't remember verbatim what it was. Don B showed up. Yeah, I saw that, Alicia, I saw the picture of Don B in the white car, or in the white SUV, and that's when it kind of sunk in that the harassment is of him. And I just want to say, for the record, that is not cool. That is not okay. People do not have the right to do that. You do not have the right to make somebody fear for their personal safety. I'm sorry, you just do not. He got a car photo, partial plate. I don't know what happened. I'm sure he'll update. Yes, he put a white SUV on his page saying they believe they are involved in the harassment. How was he? But see, I guess that's my thing is everything seemed fine, and then all of a sudden I heard about this harassment, and I thought it was a story because I didn't really watch it. And I thought it was just a story about somebody else that was, once again searching. I didn't know it had anything to do with him personally. What happened to him? Hey, Louise, it's nice to see you. I don't know. Seth, did you see the Don B video, and do you recognize that vehicle at all? Did Zahn say if he reported it to LE? I'm sure he did. You know, I would. Narco diver was followed by a similar SUV that Don B posted a picture of. Interesting. Have a great day. Have a great day, D. I hope they know the true crime community will keep pressing until they get answers. Threaten if you will. Yeah, what is done in the dark will always come to light. Not only that, but it looks really poor, in my opinion. It really looks poor. I mean, even the people that, you know, the mom and the stepdad are associating with, I mean, they're just foul-mouthed people. They're people that, you know, don't mind doing unscrupulous things, you know? That's what I don't understand. We always try to maintain everything above board. We record everything so we can, you know, if there's any legal things that come up, you know, the proof's in the pudding, you know, type of thing. And I think this is it. Hold on, let me turn this around. We'll see. I might have to refresh it because it's been going for a while.
Missing for more than 2 weeks, and right now officials have no leads in the case.
Oh. Guess it did run a little too much. Let me refresh. We might have to watch another video or another commercial.
More than 2 weeks, and right now officials have no leads in the case. Thank you for joining us for News 2 at 4. I'm Mark Kelly. So while the Sumner County community continues to wait for answers, they're doing what they can to help. News 2's Caitlin Quisenberry spoke with some of the residents who are keeping Sebastian front of mind through flyers.
Driving through Sumner County, cars pass by cardboard signs, and people walk by printed signs of Sebastian Rogers as the search continues for now the second week. After almost a full week of exhaustive search efforts in air, water, and land by mounted patrols, K-9 units, and ATVs, authorities moved the search to an investigation. At last update, investigators searched a Kentucky landfill, but it did not give them any additional clues as to what happened to Sebastian. Now, Sumner County residents are just doing what they can by printing and posting flyers from the Sumner County Sheriff's Office.
We took it upon ourselves to take a picture of it, display it on my Facebook page. We've encouraged people to just spread it, you know, through social media. We've seen it at local businesses here in District 18, as well as outside of this district in Gallatin and Hendersonville.
County Commissioner Don Schmidt from District 18 says the goal of the flyers being posted throughout the county is to remind people to continue searching their property every morning and night.
We want to keep it fresh in everyone's minds. We don't want Sebastian to take a back seat. We don't want him just to, you know, fall out of our memory or minds, to, you know, just get everyone to stay vigilant, continue looking in the hiding spots, even as redundant as it sounds.
And as people drive by a now quiet search headquarters, the conversations and thoughts surrounding Sebastian Rogers remain relevant throughout the community, especially in places like local businesses.
Some lady wasn't even aware that this was happening, and I can't imagine having a son missing or having a brother missing or anything like that. And so it's so important that we are raising awareness, because it is a missing person and we just want him to come home safe. So I really think it's amazing that we're doing everything we can to put flyers up everywhere.
In Sumner County, Caitlin Quisenberry, News 2.
So, you know, I mean, this is what was going on in and around. And you know what's missing? We know what Seth was doing. He was out there with people. He was out there with people. At this time, a lot of people weren't even involved in this case, because Riley Strain was going on. And they were looking. Remember when we were talking about the Apple Watch? They were trying to hope that maybe the Apple Watch would help locate where he was. That was going on at the same time they were doing the landfill, going into the second week, and posting flyers around the community with mom and stepdad missing in action. You know? Missing in action. And so later today, what we're going to do, where is this? Oh, this is also, when did this drop? March 14th. Do we know when the light source video dropped? Like the actual first video? Like we know it was Nick Barris, but do we know the date? Because sometimes the date that it's dropped on other social media platforms is different than the date that it comes out on their website. But this is right around that time. Let's look at the interview list. Where's my interview list? Do I not have it open on this one? Oh crap. That sucks. We've got to look at the when the next interview came out, because we need to see the changes. What were the changes in the story after this came out? I might have to refresh this one too.
One of my favorite supplements is Cunol Turmeric. Turmeric helps with healthy joints and inflammation support, and Cunol has the #1 doctor recommended form of turmeric. Cunol, the brand I trust.
We begin with a surprising development in the search for 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers, who's been missing for 18 days. An exclusive look at new video evidence. Thanks for joining us here at 6. I'm Rory Johnson.
And I'm Hunter Hoagland. A lot to get to here tonight. Authorities have scrutinized home security video from that Hendersonville neighborhood, trying to learn what happened to that teen with autism.
Now, you can take a look for yourself. Our Nick Barris obtained video that appears to show two people near Sebastian's home the night his parents say he disappeared.
The video you are about to see is from early Monday morning, February 26th, around 3:10 a.m. Now, there are no street lights in the Stafford Court neighborhood, so it is at night, pitch black. What you will see here are these 2 points of light believed to be people with flashlights in the area around Sebastian Rogers' Hendersonville home. It is believed Sebastian left his home barefoot and with a flashlight sometime overnight. Since his disappearance, authorities have reviewed security video from homes in the neighborhood looking for clues.
We have had several clips that have come in.
And this one is getting the most attention, showing signs of activity around Sebastian's home the night he disappeared. You see 2 light sources, which we've circled to help you follow. For point of reference, the security camera was pointed toward the back of Sebastian's home in a common area. In the video, you see subject 1 with a light source in the lower right-hand corner. Then you see subject 2 briefly appear and move toward the first before that light source is covered or obscured by bushes. Subject 1, a few seconds later, then moves out of frame. Then subject 2 reappears and follows subject 1 off screen. It's a short time later and it's very vague, but then you see one of the subjects moving quickly back through the common area, and that is it. I know, there's not much to see here. You certainly cannot identify anyone, but those close to the investigation tell me the mere fact that there is now evidence that someone is in the area around Sebastian's home is significant. This video shows suspicious activity in the immediate area the night Sebastian disappeared. Could one of these subjects have been Sebastian? Did he meet and leave with someone? Sebastian's father says his son would not go with a stranger.
It's up in the air for me because I don't think he would get into a vehicle with somebody unless he knew them.
So what exactly are we seeing here? I know investigators are doing what they can to try enhancing the video for any more clues. For now, this video is now part of the Sebastian Rogers missing person file, and I'm told it could become more significant depending on where the ongoing investigation leads. We'll be following that. Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
Thanks, Nick. Of course, the search.
So then there was an interview after that. So when was I know that the next interview, I think it was the Duchess interview, was on the 17th. And I think that was, let's see. Hold on. Duchess. Sorry. He did an express. Sorry, she just laid on it. So the next interview that they did was on the 17th. So they had no clue about this video. So the 17th, the one that we were listening to, we're going to go back over that. We're not going to do it right now. I'm going to do it from StreamYard so we can get a good view of it, so we can watch everything clearer than from the phone. So later this afternoon, I'm going to come back. We're going to go over that clip again of Nick Barris, and then we're going to listen to the interview, just certain parts of the interview before that video, and listen to parts of that clip after that video, and see what changes from there. But I think we're going to see some differences, some different changes. We'll find out. We'll find out. So that is all I've got for right now. I tend to agree. I think that's why so many people are interested in searching. That makes reappearing Sebastian much more tricky. That would be a great idea. Mama Sucks ran the operation. I don't know. I don't know what happened. I just know that this has stunk to high heaven for a while. And the deeper we get into this case, the more glaring red flags keep popping up, you know? I feel we'll have an answer. I pray to God we will. I pray to God we will. You know? Because Seth deserves answers. You know, Sebastian's army deserves answers, but nothing more than Seth. You know, he went to work one normal day, and by the time he left work, his whole entire world was flipped upside down, at no fault of his own. You know? Oh, thank you, Shell Bell. So love the work you do. You are one of amazing lady. Oh, thank you. I'm so thankful for all the attention you bring to Sebastian's case. There isn't anything or anyone that's going to prevent you from doing your job. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you. Which reminds me, let me go over here. Oh, Car Guy. Mr. and Mrs. Car Guy, it's nice to see you. I wanted to thank everybody. I missed a lot. Julie, thank you. 19 months. Thank you. And Julie gifted 1 Bullhorn Betty membership. If you received your Bullhorn Betty membership, please don't forget to tell Julie thank you. Mally Cat, I missed you too. I'm so sorry. Mally Cat gifted 1 Bullhorn Betty membership. If you received your Bullhorn Betty membership, please don't forget to tell her thank you. Billy B says, love the work you do for Sebastian and Seth from, is that the UK? I know I'm horrible with flags. I need to be smarter than a 5th grader. Alicia, thank you. Thank you for the $5 super sticker. Thank you. Shell Bell. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, guys. I really do. And Groovy Gal gifted 1 Bullhorn Betty membership. Thank you. If you received your Bullhorn Betty membership, please don't forget to tell them thank you. All right, guys. Well, we'll see you later this afternoon. I think this is gonna be pretty powerful. I think we need to listen to all that in conjunction with one another, and I think we might be able to look at a few things. So be here. I'm going to do this at 2 o'clock. Hopefully I'll have power back on. If not, the generator will still be running. I can still do the live. Everything's running as is. So as long as I got power to everything, we should be able to do a show. That's how I look at it. So All right, guys. Love you. See you soon.